Good morning, friends. This is the morning I've been waiting for. I don't know how many years this has been, but I have been waiting to remake the front, the whole exterior of our house, to just really make it into something fantastic. And today is the day. I have been on, and of course, complimentary scratch my nose, good morning. Got my Cindy Lou Who hair in full force. Kids are calling animals, cats are running. It's a good day. It's actually pretty chilly outside. Anyway, we've been on his waiting list. I think I talked to him a year ago, and I've actively been on his list for maybe 6 to 8 months. And this particular local painter, and if you're local in the Shenandoah Valley and you want a local painter and power washer and exterior window washer, he does lots of business windows and stuff. Anyway, let me know. I'll give you his info. But been on his list because I know this is brick. I know folks have feelings about brick, but brick is the hand I was dealt. I don't mind brick. I'm thankful for my brick, but this is the brick someone else chose in 1963, okay? If I could have it my way, I'd have wood, I'd have stone, I'd have a great many things. So we're starting the process to make this 1963 ranch house my own on the exterior. So, little house history. Our first house was a gray siding ranch, and I think it had blue shutters on it, black shutters, red doors. Then we had our farmhouse, which was yellow with a black roof, black shutters, red doors. We did that. I was in my black shutters, red doors decades, okay? Then after that, let's see, Forest House. So Forest House had stone and had that going for it. It had stone, but it also had that gray blue siding. And of course we did, say it with me, black shutters, red doors. So I have whatever we pulled up here. I was like, okay, well, I guess, you know, we can paint it a gray. We can do black shutters, red doors. But I just wasn't feeling it. I guess if you do the same thing on 3 properties, you're like tapping out. So I wanted to do something different on this house. I haven't really stared at this wood on the kitchen. They did this wood around where they did the new windows and the new doors. I'm going to have them stain that wood. Okay, I had to let Lord King Chancellor Friendly, our cat we've had, this is going to be a very good overall sweep through of this house, and the project is starting today. So when we bought this house, say it with me, friends, you long timers, you know, this house had the location and the land, but yet still privacy, checked so many boxes for us, had a full unfinished basement, which gave us great hope for the future expansion. We didn't even know at that time we were doing a Mega Mama kitchen out of the 2-car garage that was here. So when we bought this house, we had a lot of like a funky yellow trim, and we had maroon shutters, and I believe that was the 1963 original, and that was also in 2020, and choices and options were limited. I don't know, going back in time, I probably should have just done the black doors, no, red doors, black shutters, because that would have given it a look I was used to. But I wanted something different at that point. And I thought, okay, well, we've always loved, you know, greens, different greens, even though we've never done them in houses. So we had all the funky yellow painted brown, because we're in the woods. We had these green shutters put on. And that at least gave it a fresh face, you know, fresher than the 1963 original. And so this is what we have going on. And the gentleman that's coming to do the painting and power washing and all the things on the house, he wasn't supposed to come until later this fall, and we got a message from him yesterday that he's had a big opening in his schedule, so he's going to come to our house project now, which is great for us. So I've had to quickly go through. I had sent him pictures 6 or 8 months ago. I was pretty sure what I wanted. We have, don't mind that big tower in the back, that's another thing that we have someone who eventually is going to come get. But we have 2 of these peaks on the house. Eventually I would love for those to be done in cedar shake, but again, that's get there when we get there. And then all the other renovation projects are just as as folks have the help they need and are able to get out here and get things done. And I know we're talking about the exterior renovation right now. My interior renovation, folks, I feel like this is another topic, so bear with me for a minute. But all of you wondering about if we've torn out the baby kitchen, what's going on with the interior in the house and all of that, I will give you that update later in this video. So, looking online, looking for inspiration. Oh, see this tree? See all these big trees? Okay, all of these are going. All of these. See, I have so many updates to give you. We have, I mean, we could buy a brand new fancy car for what it's going to cost to get these trees out. And I know it's sad because these are hundreds of years old, but you can't even see the top of that tree, and there's the house. This tree right here, that tree, go all the way to the top, it's dying. It's been assessed, it's dying, it's right over the house. I can't even tell you how tall that thing is. And so it's just massive, and it's gonna have to go. So in 2 weeks, basically every tree that you see in this camera, the tree guys are coming out, because this is very dangerous for us to have here. I mean, look at that limb going over. One of those limbs could just crush our roof, could potentially be life-threatening. So this is part of the reason why this property was still on the market. People were concerned with the trees. There was a tree service that was supposed to come and remove these, but COVID messed a lot of that up. So anyway, that does affect the house, but back to the house. So I have looked at so many pictures online, and I've looked at color schemes. I don't want to go with a white or a cream or a taupe, and I do, you know, I'm the red door lady, so I do want something that's pretty poppin' and kicking. And here's of course, the cats. The cats are gonna follow me. They're like kids. They wanna follow me, they wanna fight. Anyway, so there's the kitchen side of the house. So my inspiration has landed on a very dark navy with white trim. Pigs are gonna join in. White trim and stained wood shutters. And for right now you've got to stick around. How is this, you know, how's it going to look by the end of the video? And I feel like that'll just be, it'll be fresh, it'll be bold, it'll be different than my red doors and black shutters. And over time, as we're able to get our same stonemason who did our back steps, you know, maybe I can have him come and do some stone on some areas of the house. I would love to have our front porch post switched out with those stained posts. But I can't pull all that together in one day. I have the man come in, he's gonna start by power washing. He's gonna take the shutters off. He's gonna paint it all. And I'm gonna show you every step of the way. So gee, Jamerrill, how do you do all these things? Well, here's my overgrown kitchen garden. Now you can see some good things in there. I got some good butterfly bushes. I got my boxes. Those were planted at the beginning of the season. But you know, in July, things fell apart. In August, things fell apart. And here we are. But we're doing good. We're gonna have a good day. I'm going to have a good paperwork catch-up day on personal family paperwork, and this stuff's going to get going to this house. And so there's the side, okay? So at the end of the week, at the end of the project, I don't know, maybe it'll take 3 weeks. No idea. You'll be able to see the grand finale on how things look. I do like how the house has that overhang all the way down. That is nice. But here's how things are looking. The snorting is the pigs. And here's where they just move things off the porch and try to get things back as much as possible for him. So here's how, if the morning sun will let you see, how the back of the house looks. Now before we bought the house, I think about 2 years before, there was a new roof put on the house and new gutters, so at least those are some things we don't have to do. Here we go. So there's a back view. Now, whenever we did our extensive, you're gonna see random chickens running in the yard. Now, when we did our extensive chimney repair for the chimney that goes to the basement wood stove, so we have backup heat, we bought that top for it, and that's also a green. So I'm gonna have our gentleman paint that, probably just the really dark navy, just a small detail. And eventually, it could take a couple years. That tree's going too. That tree in the pig garden right now, haha, is going. You know, there's another dead one. Okay, anyway. So those French doors go into the old dining room and baby kitchen area, and it's going to be our new living room in there. So we'd love to have those doors opened up and then have like a big bonus room out back here and extend the basement. That's not on today's project list, but that is part of our hopes and dreams. And then here's the back of the house. Going to be amazing on how it's all gonna look when he is done. We have our good morning garden going on. Animals are making all those noises because it's feeding time and food is being dished out. That's our future potatoes. I turned the water on for the potatoes. I never turned it off. Someone did. Thank you, someone. Also, other garden thoughts I was having is my garden's a good example on the belly of the lasagna garden. Is a good example on when things don't go as planned and you have 5 to 6 weeks of life where the garden's producing and you just can't get out in it because, you know, miscarriage and all the things, right? That has encouraged me that next year I'm going to do more landscaping fabric or cloth or cover in there. And like everything else is pretty good. But that middle part there is a good bit. And I do have potatoes in there. That was a chicken. Anyway, just thinking thoughts for next year. I saw Jessica on Three Rivers Homestead. She has the fabric in between her raised beds, which is super. And then, of course, we know Becky did the fabric. And I don't know. I keep saying fabric. Whatever it is. She did the weed barrier in her raised beds. I'm not having trouble in my raised beds per se here. But for my lasagna garden area, I might add a top layer to the lasagna once I get things planted. You know, when you're living life, when you have a big family, a lot of people, a lot of responsibility, even the smallest things that can happen, it can throw me off for a week. So I just feel like I need that kind of backup support. Here's one of my inspiration pictures from Pinterest, and I think this was showing more the shutters, but the color on the house and the trim and just how nice and crisp that looks, that's what I was going for. And I was thinking through, because you know door color's been my thing, but I can't settle on a color that would look right. So I'm going to just have him do all the doors a fresh white. I might have him do something different with those 2 basement doors. We might actually brown those doors just because it is what it is. We go in and out a lot, you know, getting animal food and living life down there. So, but for like these main doors, I think at this point, just a fresh white. I'm gonna talk to him today, see if I can get some more ideas. Now, upcoming renovations, on the list is we need new exterior doors for like the front door and those back French doors, and you know, the other half of the house still needs new windows and such. Yes, I was wondering, is painting cart before horse, but this is what I can get done before now. So when the rest of the windows are replaced, that trim around those windows will need to be done. But that's yet to be seen. Like I say, we're doing a lot. So when that is done, that window, yes, some trim work will need to be done potentially again, something like that. But this is the contractor that can come now and do this, and the house is going to look 75% better, and I'm here for it. All right, so it is early evening now, and you might not be able to tell, but the whole house has been bleached and washed. It is all fresh. At least this butterfly is enjoying the butterfly bush this evening. Whoop! Big sigh. We also have a bunch of chickens that got out of the barnyard, but I can't solve all of life's problems right now. Chickens aren't normally out rogue, but I think we have a little hole in the fence somewhere they're getting out, and we haven't had 5 minutes to troubleshoot, but it's on the list. Oh, and a huge update. So obviously this contractor's stint at our house is not going to include replacing these front porch stones. And I'm like, okay, yeah, well, we'll just deal with this. But, so this is just an amazing update. See my front porch post? I may have mentioned it to you earlier. My hopes and dreams are to have cedar front porch post. And apparently I should have a hope and a dream to be able to say cedar front porch post. I can say it. But I got talking to him about it, and he said, well, that these posts can be power washed down and stripped and stained, but for the several days of work that the whole process would take, it might come out to be, you know, 6 one way, half dozen another, for him to just get the wraps and wrap them in the cedar post. I don't know. I've never looked at the wraps. I've heard of them. People have told me to get the wraps. This mama can't get to look at any wraps. But if I have a handy contractor fellow who says he can get the wraps, I am here for it. So I said, can you get those wraps for me? Can you make that happen? And he said he could. So I'm happy. He said, oh, this is so sad. Sarcasm, sarcasm. Is that they actually, you know, they're going to wrap around these posts, so they'll actually be like the bigger, chunkier, can I just the bigger, chunkier porch posts. So Jesus loves me. This I know. I am so excited. That's just amazing. And he can't come tomorrow because he has 2 other jobs to do, but he'll be back on Friday and Saturday, he said. So that's good. So tomorrow we're gonna work on, I didn't realize how bad this kitchen garden area had gotten, whatever this overgrown thing is. So we need to remove my raised beds. They're like the height ones that I got at Costco a year or so ago, to set those out. And we need to just go through and get some of these bigger plants out. Not the butterfly bush, but some of the rogue plants. But it shouldn't take too long for one of us to do that tomorrow. Okay friends, so today is a super fun day. The kids and I have been out, but when we got home, the painter man is back. He couldn't come yesterday because of rain, but he is back covering things with plastic. It's real, it's happening. And also something exciting. I think I may have already mentioned my door color dilemma, and how, you know, yellow is an option, but I didn't want to do red, and yellow wasn't really an option, but I've seen beautiful navy houses with the yellow doors. So I didn't think too far about yellow, and you know I don't want to do red, and I was even thinking white. What about mustard? Okay, it's one of my favorite colors. You know I love to wear it. What if I have mustard doors with the navy blue and the white trim and the cedar? And I already told you how our wonderful painter man is making all my hopes and dreams come true, and he's doing the cedar post. Navy blue, think this through with me, white trim, cedar shutters, cedar post, mustard doors. Now, my concern with the mustard is that, the mustard concern, that's today's chapter. So the concern with the mustard is, I have a lot of exterior doors. I think we have 6 or 7. 2 of those are French doors. So it would be a lot of mustard, but it's a long house over 2 stories. So you're not gonna see them all at one time. So when you look at it, you'll see the French doors and then the front door that'll be mustard. When you look at the back, you'll see that back kitchen door and the French doors in the back that'll be mustard. And then you walk around, you'll see those basement doors. I think I'm gonna do it. And so here's the exciting things that are happening. He's got the front door covered in plastic. He's plasticking up our big bay window there. Looks like he left us that door open, but we're gonna go in and out the back. He's just working on all these windows now. So I believe that means primer will be next, and that's exciting. So this is how this is looking. Okay, so our painter superhero has gone to lunch, and you can see he is getting things going. He is going to individually paint each and every little crosshair there, working on the door and doing all the things. This is the original 1963 door set, so that's good. And then down here, and so this taping off is such a tedious thing. I imagine today, I think, okay, I was gonna, here, finish the sentence, Jamerrill. I was trying to get out. I imagine today he's gonna tape everything, but then I remember him telling me so that we have access in and out, he was gonna focus on one side at a time. So he was gonna do like either front or back and one side of the house. So this is where he's starting. That way we can go in and out the back and then he'll switch. And there's the stink shutters. The stink shutters down. Looking good. Oh, and here's our little massacre that had to happen on the side of the house. But we got the runaway tree done. Butterfly bush got trampled. I mean, it's all part of what we're doing right. And we moved out these nice big Costco flower boxes. All right, so it is another busy day here. They are going to actually start painting today. You see they have our 1963 there covered with tape. They have their drop cloth down. They've been working because there's been so many spider webs and such. They didn't want any of that to stick. You can see we got the windows covered. I don't want to get in their way. They are gone right now for a little bit. And they're just all set. They're talking about getting it primered today. It's just going to be amazing. Okay, friends, look at this. This is not the color, but this is the primer. Yay. Oh, it matches our boxes there. But it looks better already, even primered. This is super exciting. I'm excited for you, 1963 house. You got new paint, new life, right? We go around here. Oh man, look at this. Wow. It looks, again, it just looks so good already. I love it all. And then of course our posts, say it with me, they're gonna be wrapped in cedar. It's gonna look so nice. The hostas are still cooperating. I don't think Mama's working on the front garden this fall. Nope, it's like I don't know. What is it? There's some quote, the hits just keep on coming. That's what we got going on. So anyway, lots of stuff. It looks so nice, doesn't it?
I want it to be like this.
Here's this side of the house. They're just doing things. Got the spraying in action.
One of them was holding me.
That's okay. He's a sweet kitty.
Yeah.
It's all our mess in the yard, but boy, it's gonna be fresh. And there's some hassle with the sheds. We just can't move them even when they're unloaded. But he's gonna try to aim his spray behind it and see what we can do. Okay, there's something Benjamin wants to do. Ready?
The action.
Woo! You did it! he wanted to do ready, set, action for you. And here's what it looks like when I'm sitting up in our play area. Okay, friends, I have an appointment this morning, but I'm going to show you. Oh my, you are gonna see. Hey, good morning, Avalanche. Talking to my dog. You're gonna see, look at this, the whole house. And it's not gonna be this color, but it even looks better in this color, right? And boy, it really makes those hostas pop. Good job, hostas. You know, friends, you and I planted those hostas over the last almost 4 years now. So I'm going to give you a little quick tour around the house on how things are looking, and you're going to hear the morning the animals are being fed and such, so you're going to hear animal time. And here we go on this side of the house. These peaks, you know, eventually I would love like cedar shake in them, but we are getting the cedar porch post, so Mama is not complaining. He's just going to do all these, the main navy blue house color, which he's going to start on today, which is exciting. And then we come around here. And so he could not get these sheds moved. And he was really concerned about that. And I said, can you just put your sprayer back there? Because I mean, if you can't move them, but it looks like he was able to get that done. So that's good. It's just not as, you know, perfect as he would like it, but that's okay. He's doing the gutters for me too. You might see a random chicken or duck or goose or gander. Anyway, this is how the back is looking. Hey, good girl. Good morning. Here's the side. So they just did a great job. They worked all day yesterday doing the primer, and the kids were like, Mommy, we thought that the house was going to be a darker blue, but it looks really good. They were encouraging with it. I said, no, that's the primer. But I mean, you know, a light gray blue purple house is certainly an upgrade. So here we are coming around the corner, and because it was built in '63, you know, style of the time, it has the little wood window trim on the front. He asked me what to do about that, and I said just paint it to match the house. We want it to kind of fade into the house. I'm gonna walk back here. Here's how things are looking. And then again, we know what's gonna happen with those porch posts, so that's exciting. Here we are back at the front. So I'm gonna be gone most of the day today, and because of that, we will have a huge surprise when we get home this afternoon, and hopefully you can see it. Look at all the sunflowers. Ah, lovely, lovely. Yeah, lovely, lovely. Lovely, lovely for sure. Well, what in the world is this, friends? Oh my goodness, so I got home late last evening and had some other things happening in my mama world, so I didn't get to show you, but look at this. We have the first coat of the navy. This is going fantastic. Of course, we're dreaming of the cedar post. So this is how the front is looking. I believe it's going to get another coat this morning, and I love it because, I mean, in the shadows it almost looks black, which is totally a thing now. But then you can also catch it and see the dark navy. And so like I say, the navy is getting another coat, and all of these window frames are going to be white, and there's plastic all around. I think he said today or tomorrow he's going to start working with the stain. But let's come around here. You're going to hear my animals. So several of the kids have been trying to figure out what to do up here, like as if, well, could we do? Just giving me ideas. And I'm like, look, guys, I didn't know what else to do. I'm not upset about this. Long term, I would love to do the cedar shake in that peak, but have not been able to pull the right people together yet to help me get that done. No, maybe we'll DIY it. I don't know. But anyway, picture this with cedar shutters and window boxes and a happy garden that hasn't been run through, and it's all going to work out okay. Oh my, so many characters up here this morning. Okay, and then coming around here, and then you'll see we still have, sorry, it's feeding time at the farm, and I'm not the one doing the feeding at the moment, so they are calling me. But I needed to show you all how this little project is going. You're just going to hear everybody talking to us. So this is how things are looking on this end. And I can still see the gray poking through different areas, however the light's hitting it. So again, work in progress, but every day it's getting gooder and gooder, haha, better and better. We're doing things. Again, maybe picture cedar shake in that peak at some point in life, but looking real nice. So here's how things are looking up close. Again, that's where you can still see the primer through, and that's cool because that's what primer is for. That's how things are looking on this porch. Got everything backed up real nice. Little kitty in the window. Okay, so Mama's been out at appointments. I just pulled up. And what I want to say is, whistle, whistle, okay? They worked on going back over some of these windows with white trim. It looks like a lot. So let's see this. Okay, I feel like I'm too far back for you to really see. They got the plastic off a lot because I know they're gonna do the, oh yeah, rooster in the front garden and the hostas. Don't mind the rooster. I guess they're gonna start staining that tomorrow, but they got the plastic off today and they had to spend today, instead of staining, working on going over these windows that were the accidental navy trim and get them white. So that's what the big front window looks like, and they got these side lights white. Things are looking really, really nice. Mighty fine, mighty fine. That green door will be going away. Because like I told you, you've got things to say, buddy. Do you know it's the wrong time of day? Did you know that? Huh? Wrong time of day for you? Cock-a-doodle-doo. You're lost. Not really. He's like, I own the place. That window looks nice. Can't wait to see it with the cedar accents. And we're just going to take a little walk around back in case they got any more done. Here's how this side is looking in the sun. We got more carrying on in the back. Looking so nice. They got my chimney and our little cover up there painted to match also. Busy day. Here's how things are looking. Well, right now looking at it, I'm like, oh, it looks good. And other times I'm thinking, oh, what a bold choice. Am I wild? Maybe I'm just wild. It's gonna come together. It's gonna look great. And when I see this here, I know I have a vision for when it all pulls together. Scary, exciting, all the words at all the same time. Oh boy, I'm excited. I was worried yesterday. You knew that I was. Different ways the sun was hitting this blue. It was really looking purple to me. That was the second coat. It's done some good drying overnight, and I know it'll be drying over several days, but it's now getting that dark navy even when the sun hits the side in different parts of the house. So let's have a look at this today. So here we are standing all the way back, and of course we have all our fun little front yard party furniture. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. And you know what we're gonna do? We are gonna do the whole walk around the house tour. So we got this side. Again, these windows were gonna be trimmed in white. They got the front door trimmed in white, but again, mustard. That window is done. I believe I showed that to you, but really today what I'm focusing on is just, to my eyes standing here, how good this navy looks. One of my sons said, you know, it looks almost black. And I'm like, yeah, that's the point. I wanted it very dark, almost black, but to be like the darkest navy possible. So looks like we're accomplishing that. And here's this side of the house today. So again, here, not sure how it's showing up on camera. We're gonna walk through a bunch of geese and ducks, but not looking purple to me today as I'm standing here, so I appreciate that. Yes, 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 yes. Carrying on. And he was able to figure out how to paint behind these sheds without having to move the sheds. So that is good. And here's the back of the house. So here's how the back looks in the blaring sun. It's perfect. Perfect, perfect. So excited. Drying so nice. Hopes and dreams for sure. And again, these windows will all be trimmed in white also. Yeah, nice. Don't mind the random exercise equipment. We are pulling all of the things together around here. Or the green doors. Those will be mustard. And here's this side of the house. And then we'll do our sunflower check. And this side is really showing the blue, which looks great. And because I don't think I'll get an actual, I don't know, will I get a garden tour in or not? But just want to show you some beautiful things up here as we work through this home exterior renovation project. And man, these sunflowers, I mean, I feel like that one's got to be 15 feet because it's bent over. They're just doing their thing. Boy, love them. Love them, love them. Thank you, sunflowers. We appreciate you. Look how beautiful that is and all those bees on it. I mean, I'm stretching my arm all the way up. Wow. Just a beautiful sunflower specimen there. Lots of green tomatoes in here. Many more green tomatoes in here that I'll come back and get, but not today. And then here we have our long row of sunflowers. Many of these have shown in their glory. Here's how things are looking. And then we're back. Be nice to see this come together. Oh boy, it's another day. And it's another day of the outside remodel, renovation situation that we got going on here. Boy, it's really popping. I love it. So I try to get back for you to get a good view. We've been in a drought and I think we're gonna get some rain. So I wanted to get out here and show you. Today he worked on coming back and he's been getting these windows white around them, and they'll get more coats. But this is how things have been going and looking. Some more. You can see it. Just think it's all coming together so nice. And then of course over here, now we're not on to stain yet, focusing on the windows right now. And he did go for a little bit. He's watching the weather, so he's taking a break. And if we get the weather, he'll be done for today. And if we don't get the weather, because the other day it did this little fake out rain, was gonna rain situation. And anyway, we don't know what it's doing here in Virginia. Here's how the back is looking. He worked on those windows today too. And he worked on the trim around that door. He got the exterior of those old French doors there, at least the same navy blue, which is fine. You'll hear the ducks talking to us. What are you guys doing? You had so much to say, except I'm coming up. Oh, well, one's a goose and got a turkey there. Anyway, so he'll be doing those windows. Will obviously be a ladder situation. Worked on this trim again. I do hear some thunder, so that'll be great. Mama's got to get back in the house too. Good for my potatoes that I'm doing nothing for right now. And on this side of the house, you can see he started on the bottom. And while we're out here, gonna do a little neglected garden check-in, but things are happening. Oh, I got some fantastic pepper things to look at. Look at all my peppers in here changing colors and being amazing. Got some red back there. Nice little peppers, banana peppers. Look at these. These are definitely doing things and showing up to the party. And in here, these potatoes have already come up and died back. I'm not gonna get into potatoes though until we got school going and all kinds of stuff right now. It'll be later in October because this is our jungle area, but there's potatoes in here. Sunflowers are doing things. Got a bunch of green tomatoes. Critters. Lots of tomatoes in here doing their things. Sunflowers laying on the tomatoes. But even though it's overgrown, it's still producing. It still makes my heart happy. And I'm thankful that we did this year, even though life has gone topsy-turvy. I'm thankful for it. Look at these, and I've never grown these before. These are the, one little bumblebee in there, African marigolds from M.I. Gardner. And they've just been huge and lovely. Oh, that's some guinea hens causing a ruckus. I was wondering if this is what I was seeing. Look at this. This melon grew up. This sunflower, that is wild. Well, and it might actually be a pumpkin. I've got, look, you've all like shamed me into saying pumpkin, right? Am I saying it right now? There's another one. Nice. Lots of bumblebees on the nasturtiums today. Lots of lettuce that has gone to seed. So next spring, what I'm saying, where'd this lettuce come from? But things are looking nice, and the navy blue house in the background looks pretty decent. So happy day. Now the sun's gonna come back out. Happy day, happy house progress. I'm pretty confident in the mustard door situation. I can see that now. I have gelled with that idea. Pretty sure that's the direction that we're gonna go. Okay, so happy day to report that the mustard doors and I, it's becoming a thing. So many happy things are working out here. And I have been working on this exterior renovation video project, I think, for 5 weeks now. So it's been a big project. I can't wait to show you today. You're gonna see the vision pulling together with the mustard. The cedar porch posts are done. There's one little thing that still needs fixed with that. Let me show you how this exterior house renovation video project extravaganza is coming together. I really think we're in the finishing days here finally, now that it's basically October. What? I'm just letting you have it, just like this, huh? Okay, so what you see here, so we still have a contractor work vehicle here, but the mustard on those doors, I'm loving it now. Part of what's happening here, well, okay, let's talk about this. Those several 100-year-old trees that were here, we've had 6 big trees that were all around the house. I know I just got done showing you guys that. So there's so much more light here, even though it's an overcast day. Oh, and I still have that radio tower. We'll figure that out. Anyway, there's so much more light here, and it just really sets this up nice. And so those mustard doors, I'm loving it, and the cedar porch post. You see what Jesus has done for me on this day. And there's actually 5. So down here on this last one, there's a brown gutter he put back on, and that just ain't right. So he is going to work on painting that gutter a color that matches these posts. So we'll get up here on that and look at it. And my hooks are still in my arches, so we can go to Jamerrill store and get like some big mum hanging baskets. See, that's what I want to show y'all. But even the mustard door here is looking lovely. And again, it needs some more coats. It's only got the first coat on there, and we've had a lot of rain. And my contractor guy put all his time into doing these wonderful posts this week. Kids are hooting and hollering in the background. Anyway, so here's the gutter in question. That, I mean, that's just where it has to be. But my mom's idea, which, you know, she has all the great ideas, is if my painter fella, hold on, look, okay, friendly in the kit. Oh, no, now you're gone. Okay. If he could just paint that a color to match the cedar, you know, there's got to be some sort of like brown shade there. He knows, he's a painter, he knows color, and so it can just kind of blend. But isn't that wonderful? And then we have light. This garden is not going to know what to do with itself. I know it's going to need some happy soil with it, but we've never had open spaces. Just glorious. And I tried to let you in. We have it on recording. You gonna go in now? I tried. Come on. You want to go in, old fella? Come on, go on in. Okay. Anyway, and there's the original 1963. Here's how things are looking at the front. I tell ya, just hopes and dreams. Looking so nice. Pulling it all together. You can tell, you'll be able to tell. Look how huge this stump is. Oh my goodness. I mean, how can I show you? There's my foot. There's the stump. It's just massive, massive. And see, this tree was like right in line with our bedrooms, you know? And then, oh, this one's even bigger. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's run down this way. Run, 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 run. Wow, and this one was dead and leaning over and right towards the back of the house. Look at this. So big, so big. There's my little mama feet. And here's the big stump. I mean, I feel like this is at least 5 feet across. That's just wild. Wild, wild. So I don't know if you can tell how big it is, but this is a pretty big stump. Okay friends, so this is me in my hoodie giving you the final walk around tour of this renovation project. And as you see, if I can point my little finger up that way, we got drywall on the porch now because we have a new baby laundry room situation happening. And you have been here with me over now the past 6 weeks of doing this whole exterior renovation. That bench is just there randomly. It'll probably end up going, there's some boards there, so it'll end up going back under that light. So they ended up doing 3 coats, sorry I just stepped in a hole, 3 coats of mustard on the doors all the way around the house. I love it. It's just, you know, I was nervous, but I really like how it turned out. And now we are doing the stained wood shutters, and they're going to be stained to match these wonderful porch posts. Those are on order, and it's going to be a few more weeks, and we've already been at this a month and a half. So I wanted to wrap this video up, but as I am putting different interior renovations into different food videos, you'll have to just keep watching and you'll see the shutters go up and all of those good things. But the grand finale of how it's looking, we got a bunch of mums down there that I just got the other day in anticipation of them finishing up these last things on this porch here. And then also tomorrow, our tree company that cut down all these super mega trees are coming to get that one's dead, and when that one falls, it would be right on the house. There's another dead one there, and then this one here hangs over where we park our vehicles. That one's gonna go, and then let's see, there's another dead one there. And then I feel like, yeah, that big one that was in my garden area where I then raised 13 cooney pigs this past year, I'm gonna go ahead and get that one down also. And I think that one also that's hanging. So just trying to get, again, now that we've cleared out the space for safety around the house, I can see other trees that need to go. So thank you for following along the exterior renovation project fun. We are definitely going to have so much fun getting these shutters on and decorating the porch and doing all the things. And so I appreciate you hanging out with me this past month and a half while we've gotten this done. And I'll see you real soon with another brand new video.